everyone, and welcome to Handy Dandy Living. And if you're new, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to talk about over 20 tips to help with traveling with your baby or your toddler. So if you're planning a flight, think about this. Is it your first time flying? Like me, it was. And so think about that. Your first flight, you don't want it to be too far, especially if you're nervous. So think about going somewhere that won't be too far of a flight. Also, think about where you're going. How's the weather going to be? That can play on how much you have to pack. And so being able to pack less clothes can make your trip a lot easier, just as far as the preparation. And as you can see, we travel during the summer, and so that means less clothes. And what we did, we tried to pack easy items that we can put inside of his diaper bag or other bags, and we could combine them because we packed onesies. And I don't mean the basic onesies that go under a shirt or something, but you know, the nice onesies that are like the top and the bottom together, but they're nice. There's ways to find nice ones. I know this is a trip and we want our babies, our toddlers, we want them to look as cute as can be. And there's a way to do that with packing onesies. And you don't have to, but just saying, depending on how many days you're going, just think about how many items you really want to have to keep up with.
In the mid-80s, I'll be working at gate number 24. Baggage can be picked up at carousel number 6.
And so another thing to think about is your wait time. When are you arriving? How long is it going to be before you can board the flight? Is there going to be a delay? These are things to think about when you're packing items that your child might need, whether it be food, entertainment, books. Are you going to let them look at an iPad, something on your phone? Think about if you're going to have Wi-Fi or not. If not, maybe go ahead and download different activities for your child to do. So this green bag that I had is wonderful because it was big enough to carry things for myself, as well as to pack diapers, different ointments that I may have needed, not too many. I had a book in there, I had snacks in there, I had packets of food, for the baby. I had all of these things in this bag, and I still had room for more wipes, all of it. And so if you notice, I did not have an extra bag, which a diaper bag. I did not take that. So the pocketbook, it was enough for carrying around. And plus, when you think about being comfortable with the baby, you don't want to lug around a bunch of stuff, especially in New York City. It's a busy city. One less thing to worry about is awesome. You don't want to have to worry about anything extra. And so here we're getting ready to get on the subway. And so that's another thing to think about. Are you going to have the stroller when you're out in the city? Are you going to just hold your child? Please keep in mind, depending on how long you're going to be out, how many people you have with you, you may want to have a stroller. I will say that the stroller was a lifesaver. Our child had somewhere to be at all times, whether he wanted to be entertained with someone or not. He had somewhere to be, and a lot of times he fell asleep. So you never know with New York City, especially if you're not used to being on a subway and traveling other ways other than in a car. So you just want to be ready for whatever, whenever. There were times where we had to change him and there was no bathroom near. So you got to keep in mind the public restroom. It's a little different in such a large city. And so we were able to use the stroller as a changing table. All we had to do was recline him, pull the visor up, and we changed him right then and there. We kind of hovered around him, or we may have put a blanket over or something, but it was very easy, very fast. We changed him in a matter of seconds right before getting on buses, subways. I know some people may look at this a little funny, but use what you have. Use a blanket. Use people to surround him. Do what you have to do. It's all about having fun and being convenient. So I know I've been speaking about so many benefits to taking a stroller, but also keep in mind that there could be some cons, like having to go up an escalator with a stroller. Whether you have your child in the stroller or not, someone's going to have to carry that stroller up the escalator. So think about that. Is there going to be a working elevator? Are you going to have to go up steps? Also, there were times where we were waiting for the subway and it would be crowded. Where are you going to position yourself in terms of how fast you're going to be able to get onto the subway? So those are things that you might want to keep in mind. And if you don't feel comfortable, then I would say to hold your child. If it's more than just you yourself, hold your child or have someone to hold your child, and not have your child in the stroller during these very busy or overly crowded times. Also, keep in mind, know your child. What do they like? What do they not like? What gets them agitated? When is their nap time? When are they ready for a rest? Know your child's cues. Use your resources. Use what's around you. Many babies and toddlers right now, they're fascinated by the smallest, the simplest things, like looking out a window, seeing a bird go by, walking around. That kind of gives them a chance to burn some energy. They get to be entertained. They get to move their body. And then it also works them up, tires them down, and they're ready for a nap when you get on the flight. And so, no, we don't want to just tire our babies out, but we do want them to be entertained as well. So, although you may not want the snack that the flight attendants are giving out, get something that your child can have. I don't know about you all, but once we got off the flight, we still had more traveling time. So this snack was very helpful while we were in the car driving back to our hometown. And New York was amazing. Although I was nervous about the flight, it was definitely worth it. And I can't wait to go back to New York. So I hope that these tips were helpful. Let's prepare so that we are not stressed out. We want to have a good time. All right, you all take care. Thank you.
Prepare for arrival.